What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Octagon Jordan. We are here to dive into the feud between Dricus Du Plessis and Belal. Remember the name, Belal. It's motherfucking Belal. Yeah, right, motherfucking Belal. Belal Muhammad and Dricus Du Plessis have been going back and forth at each other's necks, and I'm here for it, baby. I fucking love it. Belal Muhammad can low-key talk some shit. He's always been good at talking shit. The first time Belal Muhammad was on my radar was because of Twitter. He's always been very active on Twitter, making jokes, putting up memes, this and that. Before he was a contender, before he was a ranked fighter, I found out who he was on Twitter. He was making jokes. Other fighters would retweet. I train with this guy, Belal. I know this guy. I was like, oh, this guy's pretty funny. I'll follow him. And then Belal, slowly but surely makes his way up the rankings. Then we got Dricus Du Plessis, the low-key slander king himself. The low-key shooter, I'm going to fucking fuck your bitch ass up with one-liner. Colby Covington's fucking idol. It flows naturally. Everything's easy. There's no stuttering. It's not pre-scripted lines. Comes off the top. It's original, creative. He does his research. Very authentic. We all know Dricus Du Plessis, and he also has a great fight style. He's very, very violent. He's very exciting. A lot of knockouts, submissions, grappling. He's well-rounded. The guy's a fucking stud. These two buffoons have been going at each other's necks. I don't know I do know how this feud started. It started because Belal Muhammad refuses to fight Islam Makhachev. Islam Makhachev wants to move up and claim a second belt, be a double champ. And since him and Belal Muhammad have trained together for the last 16 months, they're brothers. The brotherhood, baby. The Islamic, Ramadan. We fasted together. We sweat together. Jacuzzi. Jacuzzi tub. Jacuzzi. 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 I think they had one too many jacuzzi trips together. So Belal Muhammad from Palestine, from Chicago, is now family with Islam Makhachev from Dagestan, Habib's gym. They are boys now. Jacuzzi. So Islam Makhachev wants to move up to 170, which has prompted Belal Muhammad to speak about moving up to middleweight. So I think it all started when a reporter asked Belal Muhammad, hey, what are you going to do if Islam wants to move up? Belal said, hey, I've already beaten the best of the best. I've beaten the Sean Bradys. I've beaten the Vicente Luques. I've beaten the Leon Edwards. I've beaten the Gilbert Burns, a couple more title defenses. I beat Shavkat. I beat JDM. Who knows what will happen? Maybe I'll move up to 185. Dricus Du Plessis fights like a fucking idiot. Fights like an absolute retard. A fucking retard. And, I think I could smash him. That's what Belal Muhammad said. Dricus Du Plessis obviously took umbrage. You guys like that word? Umbrage. With those comments. And he fired back at Belal Muhammad. And we know how Dricus Du Plessis does it. He does it authentically, naturally, and very impactfully. Trash talks anybody who comes at him or tries to bully him. Don't let him bully you, son. Don't let him bully you, Leon. Come on. You got to take this shit out of the fire, son. So this is how I believe. Let me make sure everything's working properly. Yes, it is. And we are recording. Awesome. So I believe this is how everything started. After Belal Muhammad wrestle-fucked Leon Edwards, did zero damage to Leon Edwards, and then got his nose absolutely busted and brutalized and bled out all over the cage. Belal Muhammad's DNA all over the cage. Belal Muhammad wins the welterweight championship via wet blanket, via bleeding all over the cage. And they ask him in the post-fight, hey, what's your plan? Islam wants to move up. What is your plan? Who's next? What's the move? And this is where he first mentions Dricus' name. And it does not go unnoticed. Let's just say that, okay? Before we dive into it, everybody grab a drink, grab a smoke. It's Friday night. Let's go. We got a fight night. Manel Cap, Azu Almabayev, Cody Bumdage, co-main event. The return of Esteban Ribovic. Ribovich, whatever the fuck. The fucking UFC no chase savior, Esteban Ribovich is back, baby! And they got Cody Bumdidge and Julian Marquez ahead of him. But anyway, that's for a different video. Let's dive into this. Everybody take a sip of your beverage. Happy Friday. I got the Juicy Monkey, the 9%. That's how we do it here on this channel. We ain't no bitch. No Michelob Ultra fucking dumbass bullshit. Oh, yeah, I'm trying to piss 9 times and catch no buzz. Let me get a 12 case of the Mickeys. I thought that was for fucking pregnant women. I guess not. I've seen a lot of guys drinking Mickeys. Woo! Anyway, let's get into it. So this is how everything started. Let's see.
In your mind, what would it take for you to leapfrog GSP? Just pass his title defense record? Is it finishes? What else do you have to do?
I think beating this next generation of guys, right? You have Shavkat, you have Ian Gary.
I didn't see Leon Edwards with a big fucking bandage on his nose. Did you guys? I mean, I know Belal, wrestle fucked him and a lot of control time. Didn't see him really too close to any submissions or anything, but MMA Joey would like to tell you otherwise. Anyway, let's continue.
You have the JDM. So there's these young up-and-comers that everybody's saying are killers. They're probably still saying these guys are going to kill me next, right? So if I go out there and I walk through all these guys and then I beat the old generation, I just want to be the guy that did everything that you said I couldn't do. And then if we go up, what's his name? Dricus still has the title. He beats, what's
his name? Dricus. Nobody knows your fucking name, Belal. Run through these guys. How was that Lyman Good fight? Hey, everybody, go on Fight Pass and go rewatch Belal Muhammad Lyman Good. If you guys even remember who Lyman Good is. Very extremely competitive. Beat the shit out of Belal Muhammad. Yeah, beat the fucking brakes off his little bitch ass. Okay, Vicente Luque first fight. KO'd the motherfucker. Jeff Neal, fucking KO. Okay? You wrestle fuck Leon Edwards and got your nose broken. Congratulations. You got Gilbert Burns on no notice right after fighting Jorge Masvidal, who fucking busted his shoulder up. Wow. Epic. Dricus, shut the fuck up.
face Adesanya, and he was trying to talk tough to me. I'll go smack him around, try to get 2 belts.
Yeah, so that was it. That was kind of where it started. Then we have Dricus and Mighty Mouse. Mighty Mouse forgets Belal Muhammad is the welterweight champion, and Dricus cannot get enough of this. He loses his shit. He laughs his ass off. He's loving this shit. But nobody fucking cares about Belal Muhammad. Does Chicago even realize Belal Muhammad is fucking from Chicago? Does anyone fucking realize this? I mean, Belal's funny. I don't mind him. I like him on the mic. I really don't mind him, to be honest. I was live there in attendance when he fought Gilbert Burns. I know it was short notice for both men, but that fight fucking sucked, okay? I don't mind Belal. I'm not the biggest Belal hater, this and that, but he's not promotable. He's not going to be a star. He's not going to have any big highlights. It's just not what the UFC's looking for. You know what I mean? He's a good guy. He's a grinder. He's athletic. He works hard. He's a hard worker. He's funny. But he's not what the UFC's looking for. He's not going to attract any casual fans whatsoever. People are already saying the JDM Belal fight's kind of a dud. Why do you think that is? You think it's because of JDM? No. Anyway, let's see them laughing here when Mighty Mouse forgets Belal Muhammad is the 170 champ.
Champion is John Jones, okay? And then flyweight is Tom Aspinall, yep. And then Pantoja, Brazilian.
Merab Majidi, Georgian. He's Georgian.
Yep.
So now you have to ask your question. UFC is a massive American company.
Mm-hmm.
Is that obviously?
Shit. Damn, you actually right, because when you think about it, everybody who comes out, there's only one American flag, and that's John Jones. Truthfully, like when you look at 145, it's Ilya Duporia. He's Spanish. Then 155 is Islam. 170. Who's 170 champ? That's Belal Muhammad. Yeah,
Belal.
you're kind of right. Yeah, I think it's
I
probably the
can't
first
believe
time.
you just said who is the 170 champ. Oh, that's the best thing.
I love Belal Muhammad. I love. Here's the thing. I literally just had a conversation with somebody this morning.
Hey guys, the funny thing is, Belal Muhammad is also American. So they're having this whole American, Pantoja, Brazilian, Islam, Russia. You got, Powhatan, Brazil, Belal. He's American. He grew up in Chicago. Okay? Why he doesn't walk out with the American flag is fucking beyond me. But he's American. Mighty Mouse didn't remember who the fuck he was. And we all got a nice laugh out of it. Dricus is loving life. He was loving that. Every second of that. So anyway, we're moving on. Dricus' most recent interview with Ariel Helwani. They talked about a lot of different things, but he talks about Belal Muhammad. Ariel Helwani brings up how Belal wants to move up. He's unwilling to fight Islam Makhachev, his brother. He grew up with Islam. They went to high school together. They're boys. They trained for years. And he's unwilling to fight him. So this is Dricus Du Plessis' response to Belal Muhammad. There's no video, unfortunately. This was only 10 days ago, so still pretty new, still pretty current. It's just Dricus, whatever you want to say, on the phone, no video. But here's what he has to say about Belal Muhammad talking shit about moving up.
I'd love to ask you about something Belal Muhammad said over the weekend to Barstool Sports.
Let me just make sure everything is good. Okay, I almost forgot there for a second. Yep.
He said, quote, "For me, I'd rather go to 185 and let Islam Makhachev just take 170. Since I've already had to fight my way up to 170, I've beaten 5 top 10 guys. I'm 2 fights away from being able to challenge for the middleweight title, saying, hey, I want to be double champ. I think 185 is probably the easiest weight class. Besides Khamzat, when you look at that UFC 312 main event, you're like, bro, Strickland and Du Plessis suck." End quote. All
right, before Dricus even responds to this, let's just dissect this quote real quick. You know what I'm saying? I think 185 is probably the easiest weight class besides Khamzat. Strickland and Du Plessis suck. So he's giving some props to Khamzat here, which I like Khamzat. I enjoy Khamzat. I got his autograph card right here. I like Khamzat Chimaev. I think he's good. I think he's cool. If anybody wants that, hit me up. Hit me up. Autographed out of 25 Immaculate Collections. Get at me. But yeah, so Khamzat had a tough time with Gilbert Burns. What do you guys think if Dricus Du Plessis fought Gilbert Burns? What do you guys think? Now, I know is at 170, Dricus would have to, wither himself down and train himself, and he wouldn't be the same guy, and he wouldn't have the strength and all that. I know Khamzat finished Whitaker quicker than Dricus did, but at the end of the day, Dricus has proved himself, I think. You know what I mean? At the highest levels, 5-round main events, carrying events, time after time after time. Khamzat hasn't really showed that. Missing weight, the sicknesses, the decision with Usman, late notice, the war with Burns, this type of stuff. So to just give Khamzat, it was a 170er his whole career before the last couple fights, that, besides him, Du Plessis sucks. It makes no sense. I get the Strickland beef. Strickland has said racist stuff against Belal. I don't like Strickland. I like Belal. Fuck Strickland. I'll take Belal over Strickland any day. I hope we see that fight. But, the glazing of Khamzat and the hating on Dricus, I don't love it.
Have you seen this quote?
Yeah.
And regardless, what do you think of what he said?
I think I saw it. Yeah, I saw something along those lines. Belal Muhammad, I can't even remember the way he fights. I don't know. The man, has he ever finished anyone?
Sean Brady a couple of years ago was
Sean Brady, standing TKO, ref intervened, no blood, no KO, didn't drop. Sean Brady.
was one of the few finishes in his current winning streak.
All right. Well, happy for him.
Oh, all right. Okay. Well, happy for him. I have no idea. Standing TKO.
I'm happy for him. No, it's just, I mean, I like how he acts as if he has a choice to ever go up to 185. Like, the UFC will never let him. Like, if he wants to do that, he would have to, abandon his belt. He would give up his belt, vacate, and go up to 185.
No, 100%. Dricus is right on the money here. If they're not letting Ilia Topuria go up and go double champ status, he's got to vacate his belt before he goes up. You think they're going to let Belal Muhammad, 0 title defenses, move up to fight Dricus Du Plessis for double champ? They don't even fucking like Belal Muhammad. They made him fight 90 times. Every fucking Sean Brady, Luque, Burns, fucking Leon, this and that, and fucking everybody under the sun he had to fight. Ilia Topuria is actually a star. He's on Real Madrid. He's out there in Spain. He's doing his thing. He's this and that. He's young. He's promotable. He's getting KOs. And they made him vacate his belt. But Dricus is right on the money here. I mean, Belal Muhammad has no fucking chance of double champ status. I mean, no fucking chance. The fight's never going to happen. It's never going to, unless Belal loses to JDM. Islam fights JDM. Belal really doesn't have an opportunity to get the 170 belt back. He's not going to really want to work his way up the ladder. Then maybe he moves to 185, not a champion, fights somebody, then gets a chance at Dricus. But that's so far down the line. Dricus is right on the money here.
And there's no way they give him a direct title shot. There's no way. The UFC doesn't even like Belal Muhammad. So what makes him think that he hasn't even defended his belt once? I don't know why he's definitely better on Twitter than he is in fights. I have to say that.
Hey, he's not lying though. Belal hasn't defended his belt once. It doesn't matter if you had to work your way up the rankings and you beat a Sean Brady and you beat a Luque and you beat a Burns. Those weren't title defenses, brother. Those don't make you credible to move up weight classes. Plus, the UFC's done with the double champ status bullshit. So it's a fight that's never going to happen, but I love the trash talk out of Dricus. I also like the trash talk out of Belal Muhammad. He's authentic as well. I don't dislike Belal, but I like Dricus a lot more. I like Dricus' fight style a lot more. I'm not a huge fan of Belal's fight style. If he was out there getting KOs, getting submissions, with his funny personality on Twitter, with his commentary, with his zingers, I like when he talks shit on Strickland. I like when he talks shit on Colby. I like when he talks shit on these other guys, but Belal's never going to get to that superstar status, unfortunately for him, just because of his fight style. Even though he's funny, he's kind of bland, you know what I mean? There's not much facial expressions. There's not much body language. He's not, there's just not much going on for the Belal Muhammad brand. He's funny. He's a funny guy. That's about it. Anyway, Belal Muhammad recently had an interview with Mike Boner 2 days ago, right after the JDM press conference at UFC 315, pre-fight press conference. Talking to Mike Bone, here's what he had to say about Dricus Du Plessis' comments. Let's listen in. I haven't actually heard these yet. This is my first reaction to these comments. Let's see.
Beat all these guys, but you have mentioned the possibility of moving up.
Hold on. I think I don't want to fuck anything up here. Boom.
To 85, especially if Islam comes up, and we'll see how this whole thing goes. But Dricus Du Plessis made his comments about you coming to 185 pretty clear. I know you already weighed in a little bit, but I guess where do you stand on Dricus after he kind of took those shots at you?
Bro, I would literally take his shots, eat them, and then walk through them. Dricus.
Eat them and then walk. Bro, you got KO'd by Jeff Neal. Jeff Neal's lost to Ian Gary. He's lost to fucking Shavkat Rakhmonov. You lost to Vicente Luque. If you're losing to Jeff Neal, you think you're going to walk through Dricus' shots? I mean, I get it. You got promotion. He's a champion. Got to be confident. I'm not here to hate on Belal. This isn't a Belal hate video. I get he's got to be confident. He's got to talk himself up. He's a champ. But come on, walk through his shots, bro. Come on.
I know what I got to do first, right? I got to win a couple more fights, and then I can start talking about going up. We'll see if he still has the belt by that time. He got a tough test in front of him with Hamzat. I don't think he's going to get past Hamzat, but maybe I'll still go up there anyway to smack him around, right? I love that energy when I get guys like up there that say, oh, he's too small or he's too this, because I get that even at 170. I'm not the biggest 170 pounder. I'm not the strongest or the fastest, but I'm the best. And if I go up to middleweight, I'll be the best as well.
And with Islam, like,
yeah, so that's what he had to say there. I got respect for Belal Muhammad. I honestly do not think he's the best 170er. I think he's very well-rounded, good wrestling, knows how to, point fight, win decisions. I don't think he's the best. I don't. I think you got Shavkat there is better than him. I think JDM could potentially beat him. I think there's a lot of guys coming up at 170. Carlos Prates, Michael Morales. I don't think Belal Muhammad's the best. I don't think he's going to do shit at middleweight. I mean, Joe Pyfer would spark this guy the fuck out. You think Belal Muhammad's holding down Joe Pyfer like he did to Leon Edwards? Joe Pyfer, Belal Muhammad, 185 matchup. How's it go? What are the odds? How does Belal win? Is he going to hold Pyfer down like he did Leon? Big, strong Joe Pyfer? I don't see that. I see Pyfer by KO. Shucking off the takedowns, pulling the Vicente Luque, pulling the Jeff Neal, and getting it done by KO. Anyway, that's the back and forth from Dricus Du Plessis, Belal Muhammad. These guys are having beef. I don't think the fight happens. Dricus has his hands full with Hamzat Chimaev. Belal has his hands full with JDM, with Shavkat Rakhmonov, with everybody else coming up at 170. I don't think we ever see the fight. I think Dricus would smash Belal Muhammad, destroy him. There's no way Belal Muhammad would be stronger than Dricus. There's no way Belal Muhammad would be better grappler, better wrestler. There's no way he has more power. He has we know for a fact he doesn't have more knockout ability. So Belal's talking out of his ass, but I get it. You got to promote yourself as a champion. You got to talk yourself up. You got to be confident. So I understand it, but it's a funny back and forth. Belal's a funny guy. He's got good jabs. Dricus, whatever you want to call him. He's a funny dude. We all know that. And, they're both funny guys. So I got a kick out of the back and forth, the feud. I hope it continues. And who knows? Maybe Belal Muhammad wins a couple fights. Dricus continues to defend. And we get this fight. I don't see it happening. If it does happen, I definitely am going Dricus by KO. Third round, KO. But we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, that's my breakdown. That's the feud. Belal Muhammad, Dricus Du Plessis, South Africa. Oh, what's Hollywood, baby? Woo! Down the fucking hatch. Thanks for tuning in. Till next time.